Good evening, I'm Rabbi Jonathan Jaffe of Temple Bethel of Northern Westchester. I've never received applause for saying that before. It's a good crowd.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And I am Jonathan Riedel, Director of Christian Education at the First Congregational Church in Jaffe.
Reverend Jacobs has asked us to both MC tonight, and we are delighted she put the two of us together. The two Jonathans in her life. Jonathan does mean God's gift, so there you go. But whether it be through a deep spiritual connection she thought we might share with one another, or simply this name association, we're not sure, but we both eagerly jumped and said yes, and we're delighted to meet one another and get to know one another through the process. And here we are to honor our dear friend, our dear colleague and mentor, and perhaps entertain you all just a little bit this evening.
So after we looked through the program for the evening and shared some stories about Martha, we thought we knew where this night was headed. But then we started asking each other, hey, Martha does so much for all of us, and she's so busy in the community. After she retires, what do you think she's going to do with herself? And we became really anxious about it. So we decided to do what all intelligent, sensitive men of faith would do. We wrote a song about it. And we'd like to sing that song for you right now. Well, Martha's stepping down from the pulpit. She's casting off her pastor robes for good. Oh, we may still hear her preaching every now and then, or see her smiling face gracing our halls, and those days will be a gift. But when there are no services to plan, and when there are no sermons left to give, hey Martha, how will you be spending all that time? There's so much in this wild world left to do, so we made you a list. There's mahjong with the seniors, double coupon day at ShopRite, food workshops at Home Depot, El Cantito has a soup night, there's discount matinees down at the Jacob Burns, and 2 for wings at Wood and Fire. We just want to see you find your next great happiness, the closer you are to retire. The closer you are to retire, yeah. Well, Martha, you've been taking care of Jesus' house with fortitude and joy hand over fist. But there's only one house now you get to focus on. We talked to Pat about what needs to be done, and she made us a list. The car needs a tune-up, there's drips from the faucet. Please pick up the prescriptions, don't be late for the market. The router needs to be unplugged and plugged back in, there might be a faulty wire. And when you need a break, we're all still here for you. The closer you are to retire, the closer you are to retire, yeah. Say, Jonathan, did you know that Westchester Community College offers free classes to people over 65?
She'll definitely be able to take advantage of that.
Hey Martha, you are practically unstoppable. With a heart like yours, there's so much left to give. And this God of ours has ever bigger plans for you. There's endless options for a next career. Yes, we made another list. You could sing in a punk band or jazz standards at the Kittle House. You could docent at the Whitney. or write film reviews for Time Out. You could run for public office, be mayor of the Hamptons. There's flight school at the airport, the Mars mission needs a chaplain. You could train RT support dogs, you could rescue feral kittens. You could start a queer support group, write speeches for the Clintons. You could even excavate Capitol the pyramids, or simply learn to fix a dryer. We just hate to see you staring off in the abyss. The closer you are to retire, yeah. The closer you are to retire. We hope that you'll be inspired, yeah. The closer you are to retire.
You were trying to go for like the Martin Short, Steve Martin Oscars opening. I think Jonathan nailed it. Well done, Jonathan. Wrote every word of it. We need to know if our next guest is actually here.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Without further ado.
Martha, it is such an honor to celebrate you tonight. You are a pillar of this community. We've invited some special guests tonight to honor you officially, starting with a lovely local gentleman. The 42nd President of the United States, William Jefferson Clinton.
Wow. I'm glad I got here for the show. I am here as maybe, the person who has logged the most miles walking on the grounds of the church. I have, to the best of my knowledge, never stepped on one of the gravestones. I have stumbled over a lot of the roots. And I have spent countless hours alone there, interrupted with some regularity by Martha coming outside to make sure that I was not truly a lost soul, which she could not be sure about. I think we are paying tribute to a truly remarkable person. In this terrible, polarized time, she may be the only person who was born a Jew, became a Christian, and still gets rabbis to come to her party. I personally think she should board the next plane to Gaza. And straighten them out. We have talked about everything under the sun over the last 11 years when she would come out and say hello to me. Some of it serious, some of it trivial, some of it bothersome, some of it joyous. I still remember when you gave the church up on Friday so local Muslims could have a place to gather. The older I get, the more I look for ways to simplify things. The world today is almost binary, defined by those who think subtraction and division works better, and those who still prefer addition and multiplication. Yesterday, I was downtown in a local taco place, and I saw the man who's always our master of ceremonies on Memorial Day. And I thought, Martha's always there. She prays over us to make sure we're still praying for peace on Memorial Day. And I thought about how much a lot of those tough guys have melted in her presence. And so have I. So I just wanted to say thank you for giving us so much of your life. Thank you for always being there for us. Thank you for modeling the life we should all be trying to live. And thanks for giving me an excuse to stop when I'm out of breath. When we think about the sweep of your goodness and wisdom and almost infinite capacity to care, I think we're all a little out of breath and profoundly and eternally grateful. God bless you. And you're also still pretty cute.